Hey you guys, it's Markus. I'm playing in a funk and soul band for almost 25 years now, and our repertoire ranges from Curtis Mayfield to James Brown, and my job is most of the time to play the rhythm guitar, so it's rhythm comping, maybe 98%. And I have a few guitar solos, and I always loved playing them with an overdrive pedal. And when we started, I was kind of obsessed with these overdrive pedals, so I bought new pedals all the time and I sold them, and I tried to figure out what's the best, and I always loved this one, the original Tube Screamer. And this is another great pedal. It's a full tone OCD, and I really love all the full tone stuff. No, I always hoped that someday after one show my bandmates came to me and said, "Hey, this is great, do you have a new pedal? What a great guitar sound." But unfortunately it never happened, so nobody even seemed to notice. And one night we were to play on a wedding in one of these luxury hotels in Hamburg. And there was no song with a guitar solo on the set list, so I left my pedal board at home. I just grabbed my guitar and my old Fender amp. I think it was my old Deluxe. And the audience, they were quite excited, so we spontaneously changed the set list and we played a song called Work to Do. And Work to Do is a song with a longer guitar solo at the ending part, and I had no pedals, so I just cranked up the amp maybe to 8. And I was a little bit afraid that it might get too loud, but it didn't. It was a great experience to feel the air from the amp and to feel the body of the amp. It was fantastic. And after that, my bandmates came and said, "Hey, that was a great guitar sound. What did you do? Do you have a new pedal?" But it's not a pedal, it's the amp. It's the real deal. It's a tube amp saturation. You can't simulate that with a pedal. So after the solo, I had to go back to the comping, and I turned back the volume knob of my guitar. And it sounded very nice at 5, and it sounded perfect and fantastic, and I really loved it on 3. And there are two things happening at the same time. So the amp gets bigger because of the tube amp saturation, and the guitar gets a little bit less bitey, a little bit less harsh, a little bit slimmer, but in a very positive way. It sounds more acoustic, and this is a great deal. So let's figure out how that sounds. So what's the conclusion of this? These are two different concepts. So concept number one, you use a pedal board and you want to use the volume knob of the amplifier as a master volume. And the other concept is you don't use pedals, you have just a guitar cable and the amplifier, and you use the volume knobs of your guitar as the master volume. And this is what they did in the old days, in the 50th, 60th and 70th. And this is what fits very well to the bands I'm playing with. Have I really stopped using pedals ever since? Of course not. Sometimes I'm playing in theater productions and I have to use overdrive or distortion pedals because they want me to play high gain sounds on a very low level as an underscore, so I have to use pedals, and of course I have to use a volume pedal as well. And very often when I'm recording at home in my flat, I use my Universal Audio Dream 65, which is a great pedal and a simulation of an old Fender amp, and it's amazing. It comes very close to the amp and I'm using it a lot. Because otherwise my neighbors would be annoyed. So this is it. I hope this might be an inspiration. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And please subscribe to my channel and have a nice day.